All right, hello, welcome to the video. Once again, my name is Wade Smith, and I am a third-degree brown belt in Isshinryu karate and Japanese and Okinawan style jiu-jitsu. I've also had about equal amount of training in Isshinryu Advincula's combat judo. All right, so that's what the purpose of this video is going to be about. And so this video is about Isshinryu combat judo versus American and Japanese tournament judo. What is the difference? Um, uh, a big difference is that in tournament judo, you're not trying to hurt your opponent permanently. At least you're trying to throw or otherwise submit your opponent. Um, Typically, you want to get the ippon throw because it's the highest scoring maneuver in tournament judo under most scoring rules. But in combat judo, it's for self-defense, and in a self-defense situation, we have both striking and throwing and other forms of grappling all at the same time. So whereas in pure judo, you're not allowed to strike. In combat judo, you're allowed to use combined striking with your throws, both before, during, and after the actual throw or takedown or whatnot. Um, I would say Grandmaster Advincula, when he teaches combat judo, he kind of skips the basics and goes straight into advanced techniques because for his seminars you have to have a light green belt or above to begin with, and he assumes that his own students, i.e., your immediate instructor, have already taught you the basics of judo. So he goes straight into the advanced throws over the knee, which are in Isshinryu to begin with, but are also in judo. And so, uh, you might have, let's say you want to throw your opponent over your left knee, for example, and you get in a situation where it's become available that it's available. Maybe you step in with behind their knee, and you can then throat jab them here rather than just using a throw over the knee. You can throat jab the person and throw them over the knee all at the same time. Combat judo, as opposed to pure judo, you're obviously not allowed to throw a throat jab in a tournament. But in self defense situation or military situation, the throat jab is ideal because you're already doing some damage to them. Then you take them down and then you finish them off. Okay, so that's an example of where the two certainly differ. So it's combined striking of judo techniques, advanced and very advanced judo techniques, with striking and your jujitsu all into one style. Um, that's what we call combat judo. Uh, and there are certainly any number of throws. There's a judo throw, if you want to call it that, in a seonjin kata, where you're here and you got like the block here and the grab and the smash, and then like you can grab under the groin and grab their gi or their plain clothes and throw them over your shoulder into another seonjin stance and smash them in the face and whatnot. So that's where Isshinryu already has judo technique built into it. And there's certainly one of the other kata specifically has that throw in it. But the Seonjin kata could have the bunkai of the same throw if you want it to be there. It's there. Um, and so that's another example of a combat judo tying into the core Isshinryu techniques. And so I think for self-defense, it becomes a much more superior style than pure judo. And so, like, we had pure judo practitioners join Sensei Mark Myers, Master Sensei Mark Myers dojo. Say they were a brown belt or a black belt in pure judo, and they would join and want to learn how to do Isshinryu striking style. And then they would find out that we knew all the judo they know, anyway. So uh, and they might be really good at judo, but we already know what they know because we had one of the greats teach us. All right, so I think that's my point. That you know, for street self-defense, you need to know both your striking and your judo, and you need to be very good at both for street self-defense and your jiu-jitsu also as well, because in Isshinryu karate, very often everything starts or ends with either a groin kick and or a front wrist lock or reverse wrist lock or full wrist lock. All right, thank you very much. That's how it all ties together.